That was really loud in my ear. Hello, everyone, and welcome into Q.ED. This, of course, is the Battle of the Debunkers. If you haven't seen this before, this is an interesting game show from the mind of the sick, twisted mind of Colin. Premise is we have two contestants today. It's Daybreaker Flint and the Snark. They will choose one video each. At the end of each round, I will award a point to whoever gives the best debunk or makes me fall off my chair laughing. Either or. At the end of the round, the person with the most votes wins. Third round is going to be passed out to you in the audience. You get to vote. There will be one of these side chat polls appear at the top of the screen. You can then vote in side chat. It'll be vote 1 for Daybreaker Flint, vote 2 for the Snark. There is some real stupid on the board today. I'm looking forward to this one. And let's get round to our guests. And Daybreaker Flint, thank you so much for coming back. If anyone doesn't know you, has never heard of you, tell us all about yourself and what you do on YouTube, please.
I'm Flint. For everybody who doesn't know me, I'm basically part-time dragon, part-time engineer, part-time something else. And if everything allows it again, I organize a convention in Germany. So, yeah, I would like to do more on YouTube, but I don't know what yet. But maybe something engineering, or I don't know. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And for the first time ever, thank you so much to the Snark for agreeing to do this firstly. The Snark, for anyone who doesn't know you, tell us all about yourself and what you do on YouTube, please.
Okay, well, I've been on YouTube for a long time, just for fun. And since I got wind of the whole flat Earth thing, I started doing songs. At first, rather crudely, but since my son has given me a video editor, and I also have an audio editor, it now takes me a lot more time, but well, the result may be seen and heard. So I'm not a debunker, I'm a singer, and that's that.
Awesome, thank you. You don't need to be a debunker to get to be here, as long as you know what's going on, or you can point and laugh. It's all good with us. So, are you both clear on the rules? There'll be 4 rounds. Each round will be 2 videos. And I will award points unless it's the 3rd round, in which case the audience votes. Do you guys have any questions?
Not me.
In that case, and Daybreaker Flint's done this before. He's a pro now. In that case, Daybreaker Flint, would you like to choose your first video, please?
Let fate decide. Nice to have a D8 handy. Yeah, that's a D8.
Genius.
Oh, no.
So I take number 2, please. The dice has spoken.
Video number 2, here we go.
So Coriolis here, we don't feel the spin, so it's not spinning. We could end it there, I guess. We'll do one more. They'll say, oh, but it's not spinning fast, because yes, it's 1,000 miles an hour, but it's only 1 revolution a day, so it's not that fast. And I would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because if you had a whole bunch of NASCARs going around a track, right? And somebody was like, wow, those cars are flying, man. How fast are they going? And you go, oh, they aren't going that fast because they only make it around the track once a day. All right, this is what they call a lunar or solar eclipse. I don't even give a shit. It's a visual event in the sky which I can replicate and duplicate exactly on a screen, which means it can possibly be a screen. So you can't say that it has to be matter orbiting matter in a vacuum, then the rock gets in the way of the sun, which is a ball of fire, which we'll get to, and that's blocking it out. You can't say that unless you can demonstrate the principles and properties of matter which allow that to happen in reality. I can demonstrate a screen doing exactly what you see in the sky. So until you can do that exact same thing in reality with balls and a light,
Oh, good grief. Daybreaker Flynn, what do you make of that? And you've got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, while I'm pouring my beer, the rotation speed of the Earth is 0.0000072 radians per second, which is basically nothing. So that you don't get scale or rotation, because everybody who gets into physics and is told about rotation and how that works is generally confused in the first time. And that you don't get it, that's fine. But actually wanting somebody to reproduce something which is just an effect in the sky you can reproduce it on the screen. Yeah, great. You're a bloody idiot. And I can't say anything else about that sort of shite you put out. Like, you need to replicate it. Okay, fine, we replicate it. I think Blue Marble did a good demonstration how it works. And I mean, I don't know, we have actually a fairly good explanation how it works, how we can make it. We made it to scale, we made the simulations, we have predictions based on that model. But no, you don't have anything which you can provide us why we have actually a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, or basically anyhow why the moon is looking like it is. And I think that's one of the simplest proofs you can have. Just look at the effing moon. That is so simple. It looks differently. You know what I mean. It's the same face all around the planet. It's the same face we all see. It's not a different one. So how does that work? What is in between? What casts the shadow on the moon? What casts the shadow on the sun? And especially how? And yeah, well, on that note, I need to pour the rest of my beer and. You're a bloody idiot. Right the hand, or let's say left the foot. There we go.
So, sorry if the debunking got in the way of your beer drinking.
Bloody hell, it did, yes.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, my mute button stopped working, sorry. I need to cough down the microphone at you all. The Snark. Would you like to choose a video, please?
Yeah, well, I don't have an 8-faced dice, 1 die, 2 dice, right? Well, let's try something. Number 6.
Number 6 it is.
Because we have...
In the name of Jesus.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Standing in the office of the prophet of God, I execute judgment on you, COVID-19.
Oh, Ramash.
I execute judgment on you, Satan, you destroyer, you killer. You get out, we break your power, you get off this nation. I demand judgment on you. I demand a vaccination to come immediately.
Yes.
I call you done. I call you gone. You come down from your place of authority, destroyer. You come down and you crawl on your belly like God commanded you when he put his foot on your head in the Garden of Eden. You will destroy through COVID-19. No more.
No more. No more.
No more. Is finished.
Finished.
It is over. And the United States of America is healed and well again.
Praise.
Saith the mighty
Hallelujah.
Spirit
Glory.
of peace, who is also the Prince of War, the Lord Jesus Christ. When oppressive, mean, nasty people attack his people, when mean, oppressive, nasty diseases attack his people, George, the Prince of Peace takes his place. And he becomes the mighty man of war.
Oh, the snark. That clip just didn't age well, did it? You've got 2 minutes. Just tell us what you think.
Jesus, thank you for the stupidest video of all 8. I mean, the Office of the Prophet. What on the flat Earth or the round Earth was he rambling about? I demand. What did he demand? I don't know. I call you dumb. I called you dumb. You dumbass. You come down. You dumb fuck. Whatever. It's unbelievable. Actually, there's a very good video of this one. It's Andre Antunes. He is an extremely good guitar player, and he destroys it. You will laugh like hell, like the non-existing hell. So Andre Antunes, I'll put that in the side chat. His facial expressions of this clown. I demand judgment on you. Oh man, it's thanks to this Andre Antunes video that I can at least laugh at it, because otherwise I would have simply cringed all the way. But the destroyer and the judgment, it is finished, it is over. Again, I don't know what to make of it. How can anybody be serious and believe what he's saying? He's only raking in the money, obviously. He doesn't believe any word he's saying himself. He's an absolute liar for money, as so many, and he's doing extremely well with his airplanes and everything that he simply exacts from his dumb followers. I'm sorry, but let's say he is I said I call you dumb, but in that sense he is smart. Hallelujah! How smart he is, and how absolute like a deranged clown he looks, because that's true, right? A deranged clown. Sorry.
Demon. He looks like a demon.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He. Oh goodness me. My favorite part of that clip. It's one of my favorite clips on the internet. My favorite part of that clip is when his sidekick starts talking in tongues. Well, it's subtle, but just to one side, as he's saying this about COVID, his buddy's going which I can't talk in tongues, obviously, because it's crazy.
I mean, talking in tongues is actually quite easy. You should just blubber nonsense, and I can do that for some degree. It sounds fun, but nothing more. Yeah. I think.
Oh, good grief!
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you both. Thank you both for that. I'm going to award that point to. It was nice to get a bit of science, but I think the snark won that just by calling Kenneth Copeland stupid.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you.
That's very fair.
I never said this game was going to be fair.
No. Hey, that's why I'm playing.
That's why you got beer instead of water.
I did warn you there was a moron in charge of scoring. With that in mind, we're still talking about the banana in side chat. With that in mind, Daybreak, would you like to choose a second video, please?
Choose the banana.
We had to. I can we take 4, just because.
Because you can.
Because it's the double of 2. So.
Okie doke, number 4 it is.
The Bible is way more sensible than the science community, and that ticks them off. Because they won't accept that it's a religion. So these kids are learning a religion, and it's free. They don't have to pay for it. That guy was awful.
Apologies for the sound quality.
Oh, the lack of it.
You're filming me, and he's like, "Oh, you're filming kids, not filming kids. You got a camera on your kid all day anyway, you know." Not ready. How can you say that and you think the Earth is flat? And they're not ready to hear the truth? They're only ready to hear lies? Man, what is wrong with this world?
People like you.
Well, good luck with that.
I think I grew another brain tumor, so if one wasn't enough. Well, dear Trevor, I know that you may not be understanding, and I see that from basically how you stand and how you basically behave. That's not your issue, but somebody who actually raised you and taught you everything. That's the issue. But going out on the street and saying, yeah, well, they only taught lies and Bible is correct. Well, first of all, prove that the Bible is correct. I think there are numerous accounts which I think a lot of people say it is not really correct and doesn't prove anything. I would go start with this. Except for that, I think the most kudos goes to the person who said the last few words. Yeah. What's wrong with them? Yeah, that's you. Because I've seen that with my brother, and being ignorant of something and just saying, yeah, well, science says, and then blabber on. And I actually have been reading some of the papers, and I had to say, well, medically, I don't understand them. Technically, they're basically garbage, and the whole method is flawed. But will anybody listen to me? No. Will they just make up their mind without even reading after the abstract? Abstract is the short thingy, which is basically explaining what was found and what is done, what was done, etc. And basically, that's the whole issue there. You just need to read, or at least let yourself be taught some different things. You're not lost. You can still learn. And just saying, yeah, well, they're going to be indoctrinated. Like, well, it's free. Yeah, okay. But do you want education to be expensive? And then we talk about the US. Never mind. Yeah. I don't have a very high standard. And geez, you're muted.
Oh. Good.
I was going to say that was a really sweet ending. You got a little bit Kenneth Copeland there with "You Can Be Saved," but it was good.
Yes,
it was good. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. The Snark. Would you like to choose your second video, please?
Oh, I like number 3. Let's do number 3. See what that gives.
Number 3.
Yes.
The weather is going to happen tomorrow. 15-day forecast, 20-day forecast. How could they possibly do that? How? Tell me, how? How is that possible? It's not. Because if we were revolving at 1,000 miles per hour, the clouds would have to be revolving at the same speed and then some. So how could you possibly ever measure a storm, or it's going to, or a hurricane, or anything like that at all?
Good grief. Good old CC. You've got 2 minutes. What do you think?
It's about the weather. Yeah, well, the whole Coriolis thing and conservation of momentum. It's like, yeah, this is one big show of I don't understand it, so it's not true. So the Earth is revolving, and at the equator it's moving 1,000 miles per hour. But that means that the clouds have to do 1,000 miles per hour, and even some more. He actually got that bit right. How did he do that? Just a pure luck. I'm blown away. So the clouds, because that's his problem. He can't understand why the clouds are not revolving or blowing away, and how we can do this 15-day or 20-day weather prediction simply with weather satellites and humongous computers, very intelligent computers and big computers that say, hey, well, I've got this. We've evolved. These computer programs have evolved over the years to make sometimes accurate predictions, and sometimes they fail miserably. We all know that. But it's still, that's how you can do that, Chris. Sorry, Chris. This is absolutely possible, and that you cannot understand it is your problem. That's the problem of every flat earther. You don't understand, but that doesn't make it false. It makes you false because you cannot understand a bloody ruddy thing. How to measure a storm? You point a Himawari 8 at it and see how it develops. How hard can it be if you're a meteorologist? What happened that time? I pronounced it right, I believe. So that's what you do. You look at that storm, see where it's going, and then with this supercomputer, you can simply predict what's going to happen next, which is a lot easier in high-pressure systems, and CC you will never understand. I'm so sorry.
That was superb. Oh goodness, he's just gives, and he's just the gift that keeps on giving, isn't he? Every time he opens his mouth, it's just a gem.
Well,
That's a
the
gem.
absolute gem is still his wife, idiot.
Yeah, but
We've got that clip.
yeah. I still have to see where he is coming from. It's like, I have parents who, basically my dad was just reading newspapers, and I have a huge issue with sensationalism. So basically paper writing, scientific study found that, and no name, no publishing date, no publisher, nothing about the paper, so you can't even go look it up. That's a big issue for me. They should start including that. That would be a downfall of any academic career if you don't include something like that. Just saying.
That's learning science by reading headlines, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's a big issue. I mean, we should include more actually citations of the stuff they use. It doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be a line which is needed for most publications. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to score that round. I'm going to give that one to Daybreaker Flint for going a little bit Kenneth Copeland and trying to save the flat earthers. That was quite sweet.
Lord knows that's
You
fine.
can be
Right, okay,
saved.
there we go. Yes.
I'm gonna save you. With basically a lot of beer.
Mission. Yeah. Put your Bible down and drink this. It's the law.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do.
You've been hit by too many Bibles.
Oh dear. Let's have a look. Whose turn is it now? It's going to be Flint's go next. Before we get into the round, just a quick reminder to everyone watching and in the side chat that you guys get to determine the outcome of this round. There'll be a poll up at the end of this video. You get 2 or 3, I think it's 3 minutes, at which point the three of us will chat amongst ourselves, but then the audience has 3 minutes to vote. You're going to be voting 1 for Daybreaker Flint and 2 for the Snark. And I'd like to see all you voting, please. So, with that in mind, Daybreaker Flint, would you like to choose a video, please?
Yeah, well, let's keep up the doubling up. So let's take number 8. Then we're consistent.
Number 8. Okie doke.
We're gonna break down the globe lies, the pseudo-science lies, the fundies lies. You know what I mean? All that things that they claim is real, that is not. We're gonna break all that down, man. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, smash that like button. We're gonna get into it. So can any globe believer tell me or give me any example of any experiment done here on Earth by any scientist that verified the sun is traveling through space as the Earth, the moon, the planets follow behind it. Any scientific experiments done that to verify that? Because ain't that what science about? Doing experiments and verifying the experiments to show that the scientific method works. Because if y'all not ain't got no scientific method that verifies the sun traveling through space, then y'all just believing in pseudoscience. You know what I mean? A collection of false science beliefs that don't fit scientific method. And I can give you a couple of examples too. You know, here go one example of the sun flying through space as the moon, the Earth, and the planets follow behind it. Let me remind y'all now, this is CGI video. This is not an actual video of the sun traveling through space and all the other shit. It's all CGI composited by the fundies, you know what I mean, who make up these fairy tale lies. You know, so let me see what y'all think. You know, so there y'all have it, man. That's y'all evidence, or that's their evidence that they claim the sun travels through space, 100,000 miles and all that bullshit, man. Y'all don't believe that, man. Ask them to show us real scientific experiments that shows that's what's going on. If not, I just believe in nonsense, man. This shit's crazy. The definition of pseudoscience: a collection of beliefs or practices mistakenly regarded as being based on scientific method.
Okay, word definition game. Fine. Okay. And what you showed was basically so out of scale that I could, wipe my arse with it. If you don't get scale, not my problem. The scale of the solar system is huge, and the farthest probe we ever sent there is Voyager, and sadly, its cameras already, they're defective, so no chance that. But still, it's out there. As for proof that it's rotating and traveling, I think interferometric laser gyroscope shows all the rotations if you let it run long enough. It's just that, 1 degree per day, that's detectable easily. But on a galactic scale, I don't know how much it is, but it is way less than 1 degree. And that you don't get it, that it's that big or that small, that number in that case, not my problem. As for you want something outside of the solar system, you need to actually shoot it out there with the appropriate vector, which is basically impossible because it still will have the inertial velocity. And if it's far away, then, even the sun will be a tiny dot. If it got everything in scale, and the Earth will be even less a dot, not even a dot. You can't even see it. The brightest object is still the sun. And if you want to have something really simple to look at, and what will definitely show you that the Earth is round, look at freaking satellite dishes. Oops.
How does the satellite dish taste?
And
pointy.
How does a satellite dish taste?
Yo.
The snark. Would you like to choose a video, please?
Oh, well, number 1 is still up. Why not number 1? I'll have number 1, please.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Shalom, my friends. My name is Joshua Michael, and I'd like to welcome you to jamtruth.com. This is the Science 100 series. This class is Science 103 on gas pressure. And I've subtitled this class, Where Did the Universe Go? Because by the end of the class, I'm going to reveal to you that you don't live where you think you do. And that question, where did the universe go, is going to be answered by the end of this class. So, I think you'll find this class particularly interesting, because gas is a very unique state of matter, and gas pressure is even more exclusive, which interestingly enough kind of will change the paradigm of where we live once we pay attention to it. and realize it's got some very unique and very specific qualifying factors to it. I would highly recommend that you buckle in, because by the end of this course, that subtitle will be answered, folks. So let's get started. First, we are told by mainstream science that we live on a globe, that there's an atmosphere, and just beyond that atmosphere, there's a vacuum of space and stars and the sun and all this stuff. So with the beginning of the scientific method, you must first start with a question. So here's the question. How do you have a gas pressure, also known as atmospheric pressure, without a container to begin with? Folks, I think this is the basis of our understanding, the basis of this course and this class, and we need to really look at this question, because we're going to really dive deep into this particular question. So let's bring the board on. So here's the question. How do you have a gas pressure, also known as atmospheric pressure, without a container to begin with? Folks, in order to start the process, we first need to define gas pressure. So let's start with the definition of gas pressure. The pressure of a gas is the force that gas exerts on the walls of its container. Okay, that's from chemistryelmhurst.edu. Let's read that again. The pressure of a gas is the force that gas exerts on the walls of its container. Next page. To have a gas pressure, it must have a container to begin with. It must be contained within walls in a sealed container. Folks, that's the very definition of gas pressure. You can't have a gas pressure without a container, okay?
Right.
What do you make of that?
I must have seen this one before. It's a good thing that he left Flat Earth, because it was too cringe-worthy for words. So the Science 100 series, it can't be serious. Series? Well, no. So the whole gas pressure thing is something that Flat Earthers will not understand. Of course, it's contained. Who said that? Desert File. By what? Like, gravity, you fucking moron. Have you ever heard of gravity? Gravity! Gravity! And where did the universe go? He didn't even talk about that. So, but in the end of the class, Joshua and Michael, we learned absolutely nothing. So interestingly enough, we realized that you have a unique and questionable way of thinking, or no thinking at all. So buckle in, he said. Buckle in, not buckle up? Yeah, okay, well, that's Joshua and Michael for you. So the atmosphere is next to the vacuum of space. Yeah, it's a gradient, you bloody flurf. A gas pressure without a container. Of course, it's without a physical container, because, like I said, we have that gas pressure container, which is gravity. There's a gradient. So the gas pressure, as Mr. Sensible already measured, it's 0.3% of a Thor at the height that his Mage balloon went to. So we dive deep into what? Yeah, Joshua, we dive deep into your stupidity, right? So he actually got the wrong definition of a pressure. Of course he did. It needs a container, it needs a wall. No, it doesn't. It's just like Bev, who can't get his definitions right. Or can any flurfer get their proper definitions? No, they can't. And also, your lab coat doesn't help a ruddy thing. I'm so sorry.
Also, something about littering.
Yes.
I know. I really hope he just did it for dramatic effects, but still, you could do a way more serious explanation if you just were flipping it over. That's just tiny points which just annoy me that bit. And if I were there, I actually would have smacked them. Just saying.
Well, I'm glad I got through
Thank
that.
you both. I think we're all glad that we got through that one. So, everyone watching, now is your time. Now is your chance to vote and tell us who you think did the best debunk of that video. I'm going to open the poll. The list will be at the top of the screen. You're going to be in the side chat. You'll be voting 1 for Daybreaker Flint and 2 for the Snark. And off you go. Happy voting.
Oh yeah. Blimey.
And then while that's going through, JM Truth, bless him.
Yeah.
If you wear a white coat, apparently it makes you serious.
I mean, if you we had that before with Kenneth Copeland. That's all of kind of the presentation stuff. You have to look at some sort, especially documentaries, which they once made a point here in a local one, but it's like, hey, look, we have here black mambas, and they showed them hatching in their natural environment, and I mean, first they played actually really soft music, and it actually was cute. And they started opening their mouths, and then they started change the music, and that had a huge effect on the presentation. And you can do a lot with music. And actually, a key point is that then they explained it, how it works and how they did it. And it's basically just that presentation is half of everything. And especially when a documentary is using a lot of music and a lot of effects, and you already know they don't have much of a point except for the flashy graphics and stuff, except for I mean, look at good documentaries and look at bad documentaries. That's basically what you can see.
The side chat is doing its usual. Vote 42 or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
There's 10 seconds left on voting, so get them in.
No, Southern Hemisphere Globehead. You have to do exclamation mark and then vote 2.
And it's done.
Blimey. I also noted a vote Pedro in there, so we should all vote for Pedro as well. Napoleon Dynamite fans, obviously in the side chat. The poll is closed. The results are in, and I say the things are in. Bear with me. Daybreaker Flint, you got 16% of the vote, and the Snark, you had 83% of the vote. That round goes to the Snark.
16%.
It's up to 99%. I can live with that.
There was some confusion in the side chat as to how to actually vote. Southern Hemisphere Globehead still voted for the Snark, so you still would have won.
Yeah. I don't mind at all.
It's cool. And it's always the same. It's always like, how do you do that? I'm not computer literate and whatever. Okay. So
we're into the final round. As much as I'd like to see another JM one, there isn't any JM left. Let me just see what is left. 5 and 7. Oh, good grief. Okay, I'm almost going to regret asking this. Daybreaker Flint, would you choose a video, please?
Okay.
What's behind it.
Yeah. Let's fake decide. I mean, it's a 5, so we take a 5. I ain't gonna regret it, I guess.
Let's cringe.
I think we all might regret this.
I'll need some more wine.
Many people are wondering what's going on in the world. We live in a world of trickery, of deceit. The hidden hand knows exactly how to manipulate. The hidden hand knows every trick in the book. They will create something, an illusion, and then offer you the solution. They will ask you to place this into your hand and then keep your eye on it. But truly, it wasn't there. It was always here.
Give me a second.
You're turning red, Cheese. What's happening?
I'm back.
Oh, this is bad. Yes.
So, okay, you say, oh, it's 5G, 5G, wee, 5G, everything is bad. Okay, good. Oh, okay, let's start. What frequency do we already use? Oh, that's quite a lot. Let's look at that. Okay, they want to use 60 gigahertz, but that's not in most cases. They actually agreed on 3.5 gigahertz in most countries. Meaning, 3.5 gigahertz is, it was used in radio communications in the USA. And actually, that nifty little thing called Wi-Fi that is using frequency between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Ooh, look at that. It's right in the middle of it. And you say that it's doing something to you. And then, you're going to get injected with microchips, which actually the smallest one, which I ever have seen, is actually about the size of 10 millimeters. And I don't convert that for you, dear friends over there. That is huge. You would feel that. And the needle they were using for inserting microchips, it's huge. You would back away immediately. The needle they use for injection vaccines, that's actually really, 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 really small. Tiny. Even tinier than the ones they use for infusions, etc. And oh my God, I basically just had to work with such a device. I had actually the privilege to actually use a 5G device and test around with it and have fun with it. And that's another story. But you basically have no idea how frequencies, or better say, electromagnetic frequency works. And on that note, God damn it, take up a book, learn about it, and study it, and then you can start talking with it. I mean, there are a lot of people who actually would be willing to learn you something. You bloody moron.
I love the way that you build towards the timer running out is great.
Yeah. You have to watch the screen. Like, how much time do I have left? My goodness alive. Well, not much choice left for me. I'll have 7 then, I suppose.
Ooh, look there. Godless Scummer super chatted.
Just before we go to video number 7, Godless Scummer has indeed super chatted for £5 English pounds. Or £5 British pounds.
You'll never guess what
he says.
Here.
With a breaking news from Godless Scummer, Matt Powell has a giant inflatable banana in his backyard that he calls Dr. Peel. Thank you, Godless Scummer.
Dr. Peel is here, real. Free Dr. Peel.
I've got one song about that already. There's another one in the offing. It's okay. I hope you know my channel.
Just as an aside, could the side chat just put some bananas into the side chat for me, please? I think Dr. Peel is going to feel left out because we've not really been paying much attention to Dr. Peel. So if you could throw exactly like 274727, just throw some bananas in there, that'd be superb. Thank you. By the way, the Snark, would you like to choose a video between 7 and 7, please?
Well, I think off the top of my head, I would go for a 7.
Wise choice.
Awesome.
Fact, there has never been a vaccine created successfully for a coronavirus. Fact, it takes between 5 to 10 years to create a successful vaccine. Fact, this new COVID vaccine is based on new technology that has not been approved for human use. Fact, your government has made it so that pharmaceuticals cannot be held accountable if anybody is hurt or dies. Fact, there is a 99.9% chance of surviving corona. I did not hear that on my television or on the Times, and Google says that you're a right-wing conspiracy theorist. Wow, that's an impressive counter-argument. Did my facts hurt your feelings?
Can I quickly bring something in? Just one small thing, just to get you started. That's the counting to the start.
Derailing the whole game show. Go for it.
Yes.
Oh well, what the heck?
Starting the sentence with fact doesn't make you makes that sentence falling after it a fact. Go.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad I did one video about Leo, because in that song it was like I was going on about his being a flat earther, but I said, hang on, there's more. He's a COVID denier. His bullshit production's on fire. He's a COVID denier. Conspiracy fashion is always the passion. He's a COVID. Don't lose your channel. But okay, back to the video. Fact, you are an idiot. Fact. Hang on. Fact, you don't do your research. Fact, 99% of the survival rate. That is total and absolute bullshit, and a lie pulled out of your probably not so pretty ass. I mean, 700,000 dead in the US alone and counting. I lost count. I hope they didn't. So it's like fact. No. You did see that she put her fingers in her ears, and she has been doing that all the time because she doesn't have any of the facts straight. She's an absolute horrible person who's simply stating pseudo facts, which are not facts at all, for her audience, trying to gain the love of her stupid followers. Well, she already has that, I suppose. So yeah, well, it's just one of those COVID deniers. It's something I would probably bash her head in if I saw it. But okay, well, unfortunately, I will not. Unfortunately, number two, I'm not true to my word because I'm not a violent person, but I certainly would if I could. Like, okay, give me a picture of her and I'll completely bash it in right through the wall.
I mean, I got pretty nice guns which I can use for that. Just saying.
I'll be shooting people.
I'm shooting pictures of people. That's fine, right? Okay.
She's pretty. Oh, I don't know. Maybe behind all that paint. Yeah.
Maybe a strongly worded email might do it.
Oh yeah, a strongly worded email. Dear, lovely. No wait. Dear Mr. Person, I really regret to tell you that. Okay, no, that doesn't work. I can't just send an email. Frick.
Fact, you are an idiot.
I mean, I think some of the nicer comments which conspiracy gets, you're a prick or something like that. Just one word, nothing else.
And the side chat prize goes to Doorknob Head, seduced by beaver teeth.
Oh yeah. Also, a little fun fact about the mRNA vaccines. It's not like they haven't been used. I mean, they haven't been used on humans, but they have been used on animals. And but do we test stuff first before we do that stuff on humans? Animals. Oops. So yeah, they have been condemned safe for animals for a couple of years, and then they already started the process of actually getting that stuff out to humans. And that was just basically a tipping point where they're like, hey, look, we already have it after the genome was published. And they had it after a week, the vaccine, and then the testing began. Yeah.
Awesome.
My beer is empty.
So, I am now faced with the terrible decision of having to score this round.
Snark.
I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm going to give that one to Flint. What? That means that this week is the first ever draw, because I think you've both been superb today. The first ever draw we've had on Q.ED, which means that you get a big hug and a kiss from Colum.
Yay! And a complimentary belly rub.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not still in the side chat, or he's gonna kill me for saying that on air. But never mind. It's been nice knowing you all. It's anyway. Thank you both. That was been a really, really good episode. Really, really good show. some of the things she's. I am going to remember. Fact, you are an idiot for a long time. So thank you for the snark for that one.
Well, I did find that it does help to write along and scribble along while the videos are playing, so then you can play right back on what they said.
I had beer. Like, does that count?
Oh yeah, it does. It did. We played equal, right? We tied.
Yeah.
You've tied. So, Daybreaker Flint, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything we need to know? Anything you want to shill out?
Well, basically, I'm going to continue my shilling out of Dr. Whitelife. She's doing currently a free Zoology 101 class, and anybody want to listen in, all of the lessons are currently on video on demand on her Twitch. Their Twitch, sorry, I'm just idiot. And really, you should go listen in. It is plainly amazing, and maybe I will also be there at 2 a.m. trying to get awake with a lot of caffeine. So yeah, go check it out.
I've just put that link into the side chat. Everyone should go and check that out. The snark. Is there anything you want to tell us? Anything we need to know? Anything you want to chill out?
Yeah, well, usually I'm saying I'm working on a song, but this time that's not true because I'm working on 2 songs. One is my second version of the Banana song, and this time it's going to be in 4-part harmony, so look out for that one. And the next one is a bit different than before because I'm going to do a collab with my son. So yeah, that's it's something I'm really looking forward to. It's to the tune of 76 trombones, if you know that.
Oh,
right?
we played that in the brass band.
Right. So it was the opening tune of our Dick van Mekaar show. It was a radio show in the Netherlands that ran for years, and I never knew what it was until much later, until the radio show disappeared, and I still have that thing in my head. And because I'm into this music notation program, Noteworthy, in the Noteworthy news group, they dropped that in. So this is the 76 trombones. Thanks very much. I finally know where that came from. So yeah, well, it's and we're going to do that. Let's say the original, which is my new format. So it's the original, and then the flat Earth version of me. So that's going to be, if all goes well, on Thursday. So yeah, that's my shelling myself. So there you go.
Actually, need to listen to that. It's been a while.
Awesomeness. Thank you both very much. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone in the side chat. Thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you extremely much to both the contestants today for being such good sports and making it a really, really good show. Check out the Shills later. There's also an after show later tonight, and then the Uncalled For tomorrow. Look out for the Pain of Progress as well. The guy, the guy doing that voiceover sounds quite good. It seems quite
self promotion.
Hey, yeah, I did that. We all do, don't we?
Just listen out for that guy. He's a bit of a Brit, but just let it go. It's okay.
Oh, one more item.
And on that note, let's get out of here and let people go back about their days. Thank you all so much, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.